David, just tell us about your first few weeks at the club then. Obviously you've got some goals, but overall, how well do you feel it's gone?
I think it's gone fairly. It's a decent start. You know what I mean? No, it's part of like settle into a new area, new environment, new players, new coaches. You know, what I mean, there's a lot to try and learn and kind of adapt to. But it's going fairly well, and I'm just trying to build on it and get better.
I know you started on the left wing. Now you've ended up on the right. You've moved around a little bit. When you do come to a new club, does that make it a little bit more difficult?
No, I would say that was probably the most difficult part. Like, I played on either wing, pretty regularly before, in the past. So it's probably off the field, just settling, sorting out my new apartment, new stuff like that is probably the biggest challenge. But yeah, I think it's gone fairly well, and as I said, I just want to build on it and keep the momentum.
And how has it gone off the pitch for you? Are you liking it round here?
Yeah, I am. It's pretty. I'm from London, so it's definitely a more relaxed kind of atmosphere up here, slower tempo of life. But yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Are you used to the likes of Popey and people like that yet? His accent and how they talk.
Yeah, he takes some getting used to for sure. But yeah, he's a great guy, and yeah, he's hilarious around the place. Yeah, for sure.
I suppose that's good as well to come into a dressing room and know there's a good lot of team spirit, and there's local lads in there as well who know the place and know the fans and know the area.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of like local lads in the team as well. So, and the lads there's a great set of lads there. There's lads from Manchester, lads from here, lads further afield. So, definitely from everywhere in England, you know what I mean? And coming together, everyone's got a good team spirit and chemistry. So it's a good group of lads.
The smile on your face kind of says that you're enjoying life as well here as well. And I suppose, like you said, when you do come to a new club, do you immediately get that feel for whether or not it's going to go well or whether or not it might not?
No, I wouldn't say so. First couple of days are very nerve-wracking. You don't know, just little stuff like where do you get your kit, where do you ask for this, where to do that, where's lunch, you know what I mean? So you're trying to kind of find your feet and stuff. But as things progress, you kind of just settle in and as it's progressed now, I've settled in more and more, yeah.
I think it's funny for some of the opposition fans, and we know we get it from reporters, who, when you score, they think they hear boos, but they're not boos, it's just your name as well. I mean, it must be nice to hear the fans as well that when, have already got a bit of a chant for you, and when you score, they're excited to see you.
Yeah, the fans here have been another part of the process why it's been easy to bed in, you know what I mean? Ever since pre-season, they've been very, very encouraging and very supportive of me and the whole team. So it definitely makes it easier when you get the fans on side, and you just need to keep it up and keep them on side.
With one game aside, the start to the season's been pretty solid. Was Saturday a bit of a reality check to stop you all getting a little bit too carried away?
I wouldn't say we was getting carried away. I'll say, we've had a tough run of games, do you know what I mean? And we started off fairly well. It was even 1-1 at half time, so I don't think we was getting carried away. I think, it's the way lower league football is, do you know what I mean? Things, goals change games. I think at one point it was 3-2, and at 3-2 you're going to try and score the next one, you know what I mean? So we've tried to go forward, tried to get the equaliser, and, when you are gambling in that side, something's got to give, do you know what I mean? And it's just one of them things in football. I wouldn't say we should get too down about it because we've had a half-decent start and we don't need to start thinking, we're not a half-decent team anymore just because of one result. But definitely look at it like there's things to learn, things to develop on, and go from there. Another tough game on Saturday.
I know you've talked about how strong that group is. I suppose when you do get a result like that, though, it does help that you've got good characters in there who can help some of the players who might not be used to getting a result like that.
Yeah, for sure. I think we were in yesterday. I was watching clips of the game, trying to improve, trying to see where we could have done things differently. So, no, I think we've got a group that everyone wants to get better, everyone wants to improve. And that's the most important thing. Even with results like that, we're taking stuff that we can get better at and hopefully implement that this weekend.
There is competition for places in the team, particularly on the wings as well. I suppose in that regard, you've got to maintain a high standard, don't you, in order to keep your place in the team, I think.
Oh, for sure, yeah. We've got 4 wingers. And we've got Lloydie. I haven't even had Lloydie, but the competition for places on the wings very, very tough. You know what I mean? everyone's got their own individual kind of skill set and stuff, so that brings something different. So across the season, I think everyone's going to get their games and be able to help in making the team better.
You obviously mentioned this weekend, which is one of your former clubs as well. When you do play against one of your former teams, from a footballer's perspective, that not all the fans might know, what is that like? I mean, you've obviously got mates on the other team, but I suppose you kind of prioritise what you're going to do.
Yeah, for sure. I think the most important thing is what we're doing. You know what I mean? It is a strange feeling. You know, like it would have been about 3-4 months ago. I would have been in a changing room with them, sharing experiences with them, etc., etc. So it is a tough feeling. Do you know what I mean? But just about looking at what we can do and trying to make the best of what we can do against them. They'll be a good side.
How difficult is it when you do come up against teams like that and you perhaps think to yourself, well, I know their capabilities? Do you get leaned on a little bit for your experience?
Nah, because I feel like on the day, they've had like loads of new players as well. I think they've signed like 10, 11 players. So the team's changed a little bit. Obviously the management's the same, so he'll probably have the same like philosophies and tactics and stuff like that. But no, I think it's just each game's pretty different, and yeah, each game's pretty different.